Welcome time travelers and welcome new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to start out in 495 BCE when on the Aventine Hill in Rome, the temple of the Roman god Mercury was dedicated. 1858 brought us physical chemist Pierre Curie, co-winner with his wife Marie Curie of the 1903 Nobel Prize of Physics, was born in Paris. 1885 is when Louis Sorel surrendered after leading two rebellions against the Canadian government in response to its efforts to assume the territorial rights of the Hudson's Bay Company in northwestern Canada. The following year, in 1886, American poet Emily Dickinson, who commanded a singular brilliance of style and integrity of vision, passed away in Amherst, Massachusetts. The next stop will be in 1914, when mountaineer Tenzing Norgay, who with Sir Edmund Hillary was the first person to stand atop the summit of Mount Everest, was born in Tashiyu, Tibet. 4 years later, in 1918, the first regular air mail route in the United States opened between New York City and Washington, D.C. 10 years later, in 1928, Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse made his debut with the premiere of the cartoon Plane Crazy. 1940 brought us two events. The first event is nylon stockings first went on sale to the general public, and American stores sold out in days. And the second event is in San Bernardino, California. Two brothers, Maurice Mack and Richard McDonald, opened a drive-in restaurant that gave rise to the fast food chain McDonald's. Moving on to 1969, when American lawyer and judge Abe Fortas became the first Supreme Court justice to resign under threat of impeachment. 3 years later, in 1972, while campaigning for the Democratic presidential nomination, Alabama Governor George Wallace was wounded and left permanently paralyzed below the waist in an assassination attempt. In 1989, in Gunjant, India, a train slammed into a bus filled with some 80 persons returning from a wedding. 50 persons are feared dead. On this day in 1991, Edith Cresson of the Socialist Party became the first female premier of France, but she lost the office less than a year later because of rising unemployment and declining support from within her party. 3 years after the turn of the century, in 2003, American singer and songwriter June Carter Cash, a leading figure in country music, especially noted for her work with the Carter family and Johnny Cash, passed away in Nashville. 6 years later, in 2009, Delaware Governor Jack McKell signed into law legislation that will make betting on sports events legal. The only state in which such gambling is legal currently is Nevada. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. Until next time.